64% said meetings came at the expense of deep thinking, and 62% even said that meetings missed the opportunities to bring the team closer together, which is probably the #1 argument you'll hear from back-to-back meeting apologists. Reclaiming even just a small amount of those hours for you and your team members would be a huge productivity boost. As so much time is wasted in meetings, it's no wonder that enthusiasm isn't at its highest when we get an email invitation for the next one. Meeting fatigue is real, and it's a downward spiral. The busier everyone becomes, the less time there is to make the next meeting any different, and the less effort you want to put in. Remember, aim to do less meetings, but do them well. Done well, they can create real impact. Done badly, they're a drain on time and energy. The cost of meetings. Meetings are expensive. A study by the Wall Street Journal found that the average employee spends 31 hours a month in meetings, with more hours lost to meetings the more senior they are. CEOs typically spend 27 hours of their week in meetings, and their hours are expensive. There are 2 costs to the company. The first is each person's salary, as well as the costs of the space or online platform, the supporting infrastructure, and so on. The second is the lost opportunities when more impactful work is neglected. The attention crisis. The challenge of productivity in the information age is how best to use our attention. Do we have your complete attention right now? Take a moment to pause and contemplate that question. Be honest. We wouldn't be too surprised if the answer was no. You have hundreds of things competing for your attention, from colleagues to phone notifications, from adverts to big ideas, from friends and family to your own inner monologue. Attention, not time, is our most precious resource. It's the key to high performance and productivity in both work and life. Organizing and prioritizing our thoughts brings the clarity needed for action. Yet managers regularly tell us they view solo thinking time as a luxury. But in a world where everyone's attention is so fragmented, we'd like to contend that it's an opportunity for competitive advantage. We overcome procrastination and come up with our best ideas when we make the space to think. The same is true for great meetings. It's our ability to focus our attention, our hearts and minds, our problem-solving skills, our ideas, with other people that creates change, momentum, and those moments of truth. Right now, we are living through an attention crisis. Technology and information overload play their part, training our attention to be more fragmented. You may think you have a fairly balanced relationship with your phone, but the science around what they do to our brains is pretty astounding. A recent study by the University of Texas at Austin found that a smartphone can sap attention even when it's not being used, even if it's on silent, and even when powered off and tucked away in a purse or briefcase. And if you think you're good at ignoring your phone, you might be surprised to learn that even the notification noises, such as vibrations or alerts, are just as distracting for your brain as physically picking it up and using it. This has dire consequences. One study found that the average British adult's attention span is now just 5 minutes and 7 seconds, compared to 12 minutes a decade ago. It also found that younger people, traditionally thought of as having fresher brain power, were outperformed by the over 50s, suggesting a link between lifestyle, phone usage, and wider attention span. What have you gained and lost over the last decade or so as information overload has taken hold? You may love your phone and find the convenience far outweighs the negatives. You may find that you're regularly nagging yourself to make some changes and have a healthier relationship with technology or social media. What's clear is that